The bottle sits in your refrigerator right now. It is a symbol of health, a crisp green promise of a balanced life. Every evening, millions of Americans pour it generously over their meals, believing they are making a responsible choice for their bodies. They look at the imagery on the front: drenched olive groves, freshly picked herbs, words like organic, natural, and light. But behind that glass barrier lies an entirely different reality. A multi-billion-dollar industry has spent decades perfecting an illusion. They have mastered the art of hiding industrial waste products in plain sight, masked by synthetic flavor enhancers and chemical emulsifiers designed to trick your brain. Tonight, we uncover the truth behind 9 of the most popular salad dressing brands in America. We will look at exactly how these formulations changed, what the independent testing reveals, and why the labels do not tell the whole story. By the end, you will also discover 3 rare exceptions, 3 brands that actually kept their promise. But first, we must examine a household name that pioneered the modern grocery aisle. For nearly a century, Kraft has been a cornerstone of the American kitchen. It began as a small cheese business and grew into a massive corporate empire. Consumers buy Kraft dressing because it is familiar. It tastes exactly like childhood. The marketing focuses on family gatherings, affordability, and effortless flavor. When a shopper reaches for a bottle of Kraft Classic Ranch, they think they are buying a simple blend of buttermilk, herbs, and spices to help their children eat more vegetables. The reality is far more industrial. The primary ingredient is not dairy or herbs. It is soybean oil, followed closely by sugar and water. To keep the oil and water from separating, the company relies on modified food starch and xanthan gum. Independent supply chain audits reveal that these massive food conglomerates prioritize shelf life over nutrient density. The heavy reliance on highly processed seed oils means you are consuming an ingredient that undergoes intense chemical refining, bleaching, and deodorizing before it ever hits the bottle. The family tradition remained. The actual recipe became an exercise in chemical engineering. But while Kraft relies on nostalgia, another brand occupies the healthy lifestyle space with an even more deceptive approach. Wishbone originally started in a single restaurant in Missouri. It was a beloved family recipe that grew into a nationwide sensation. Today, it represents the standard Italian dressing for millions of households. The bright packaging displays vibrant red peppers and green herbs. The psychology tells the consumer that this is a light, heart-healthy option for a summer salad. Buyers believe they are drizzling a traditional Mediterranean vinaigrette onto their food. The investigation tells a different story. Wishbone Italian is heavily reliant on soybean oil and high-fructose corn syrup. The deep golden color does not come from high-quality oil or aged vinegar. It comes from artificial colorings, including yellow 5 and yellow 6. These synthetic dyes are strictly regulated in many European countries, yet they remain standard in American formulations. Regulatory filings show these additives are used purely for visual aesthetics to mask the pale nature of cheap base ingredients. The heritage was real. The modern product is a masterpiece of synthetic cosmetic design. Yet, even this level of processing pale in comparison to a brand that markets itself directly to the fitness community. Walden Farms carved out a massive market share by promising the impossible: 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs. For decades, dieters, bodybuilders, and health-conscious individuals bought these products by the case. The marketing presents it as the ultimate guilt-free cheat code for weight loss. The customer thinks they are purchasing a clean alternative that aligns perfectly with their strict fitness goals. The reality is a chemical cocktail. Since the product cannot use real oil, dairy, or sugar, it relies almost entirely on triple-filtered water, cellulose, gel, sucralose, and titanium dioxide for color. Independent food science research indicates that consuming highly processed synthetic thickeners can significantly disrupt gut microbiome balance. The body expects nutrition, but instead, it receives a liquid completely devoid of any real food matter. The promise was absolute freedom. The delivery was a bottle of chemical texturizers. But the trend of deceptive health claims extends far beyond the dieting niche into the mainstream organic market. Annie's Homegrown built an empire on the image of the wholesome bunny. They position themselves as the ultimate alternative to big food corporations. Parents willingly pay a premium for Annie's because they trust the organic certification and the clean, progressive branding. The expectation is a pure, farm-to-table product, free from the shortcuts of traditional commercial brands. The reality changed when corporate ownership shifted. Annie's was acquired by a massive food conglomerate, while the ingredients remain technically organic. The formulations heavily feature organic sunflower or canola oil as the primary base. Emerging nutritional science suggests that even organic seed oils, when consumed in high quantities, contribute to an imbalance of fatty acids in the modern diet. The transparent, small business identity stayed on the label. The supply chain became optimized for mass corporate distribution. This pattern of corporate acquisition hiding behind a wholesome image is a recurring theme. As the next major brand demonstrates, Hidden Valley is the undisputed creator of ranch dressing. The history dates back to a real guest ranch in California where the owner perfected the iconic flavor. It is a cultural phenomenon. Consumers buy it because it is the gold standard of taste. The marketing evokes images of wide-open spaces, fresh country air, and home-cooked meals. The buyer expects a premium dairy product made with real cream and fresh herbs. The investigation reveals that the modern commercial formula is a far cry from the original ranch house recipe. The bottle is loaded with soybean oil, egg yolk, sugar, and monosodium glutamate. While the flavor is highly addictive due to the precise engineering of chemical taste enhancers, the nutritional value is heavily compromised. The legendary history earned global trust. The mass-produced bottle delivered an industrial commodity. But if you think legacy brands are the only ones utilizing these tactics, a look at celebrity-endorsed products reveals an identical trend. Newman's Own is famous for its philanthropic mission. Turning all profits over to charity created an incredibly powerful consumer trust loop. People feel good about buying it. The marketing focuses heavily on natural ingredients and social responsibility. The customer believes they are supporting a good cause while putting a clean, premium vinaigrette on their family's table. The reality of the ingredient deck tells a more familiar story. Many of their mainstream dressings still feature soybean oil or canola oil as the top ingredient, accompanied by added sugars and various texturizers. While the charity work is completely genuine, the product formulation itself follows the exact same cost-cutting blueprint as its traditional competitors. The heart was in the right place. The bottle was filled with standard industrial oil. This contrast between an upscale image and cheap ingredients becomes even more apparent when looking at brands that mimic restaurant quality. Olive Garden's signature Italian brings the famous restaurant experience directly into your home. Millions of people love the unlimited salad at the restaurant, so buying the bottled version feels like a luxury upgrade. The elegant packaging suggests an authentic, premium Italian recipe. The consumer expects an authentic blend of quality olive oil, vinegar, and traditional spices. The reality is that the very first ingredient is soybean oil. Olive oil is listed near the bottom of the registry, meaning it is present in microscopic amounts just to satisfy the legal labeling requirements. The formulation also relies heavily on corn syrup and xanthan gum to mimic the thickness of a true emulsion. The restaurant memory created a craving. The factory delivered a high-fructose, soybean-based imitation. But the shift toward pseudo-healthy options reaches its peak with a brand that claims to be the ultimate premium choice. Ken's Steakhouse dressings started in a legendary basement restaurant. The brand identity is built entirely on upscale culinary expertise. The distinctive flask-shaped bottle suggests a high-end artisan product crafted by professional chefs. The consumer thinks they are investing in a gourmet addition to an elevated meal. The reality is an ingredient list dominated by soybean oil, sugar, chemical preservatives like calcium, disodium, EDTA, This specific preservative is used to protect color and flavor over months of storage on ambient grocery shelves. The chef-driven reputation remained intact. The actual product became standard commercial fare, optimized for maximum retail lifespan. This leads us to the final and perhaps most surprising brand on our list. Brianna's fine salad dressings stands out on the shelf with its beautiful, artistic fruit illustrations. It looks like an upscale boutique product found only in high-end specialty markets. The premium price tag reinforces this psychological perception. The consumer is certain they are buying a clean, small-batch, artisanal dressing. The reality hidden behind the beautiful artwork is that the base is primary canola oil. Despite the prominent pictures of fresh avocados and artichokes on the labels, the actual contents are built on the same highly processed EMC's market oils as the cheapest options on the shelf. The artwork captured the imagination. The bottle delivered standard industrial processing. But the entire landscape is not bleak. A few innovators decided to break away from the corporate playbook and build something entirely transparent. These are the 3 clean brands you should actually look for. Primal Kitchen completely revolutionized the industry by removing seed oils entirely. They chose a different path. Their base is pure avocado oil. There are no added sugars, no artificial dyes, and no synthetic thickeners. They utilize real ingredients like organic apple cider vinegar, organic eggs, and genuine spices. They provide full transparency regarding their sourcing, and their products are widely available in most major grocery stores. They prove that shelf stability can be achieved without relying on industrial chemistry. Chosen Foods represents another massive victory for consumer awareness. They focus their entire mission on the benefits of avocado oil. They do not dilute their products with soybean or canola shortcuts. Their dressings use minimal ingredients that you can easily recognize in your own kitchen. They maintain strict quality controls over their supply chain, ensuring that what is listed on the front of the bottle matches the reality inside. Tessami's Organic emerged from a mother's desire to provide clean food for her family. They rely entirely on compliant organic ingredients, utilizing organic high-oleic sunflower oil or olive oil blends without any engineered additives. They refuse to use chemical stabilizers or artificial preservatives. Their commitment to clean labels means the product may separate naturally, requiring a simple shake before use, just like a real homemade dressing should. The modern grocery store aisle is a psychological battlefield. Brands spend millions of dollars designing labels that make you feel safe, healthy, and responsible. But the true story of any product is never found on the front imagery. It is found in the small, tightly packed text on the back. Take control of your kitchen. Check your labels tonight. Look for real, unrefined oils and recognizable ingredients. The choice is yours.